Hello friends. So today we are going to start a new subject that is on compiler design. Okay. First of all, before moving discuss further, I would like to give some basic knowledge about the compiler and what is the main role of this subject in the field of computer science or in IT field. Okay, as the name suggests that the compiler. Okay, so it's a very interesting subject, and this subject comprise many fundamental concept of how to compile a program, or what are the different phases involved in a compiler. And it also I can say that this subject it's made up of two subject. Okay, means one subject is theory of automata. Okay, as you already I think you already study. Okay, theory of automata or theory of computation, and some basic knowledge, and the remaining the basic knowledge about the PPL, that is principle of programming language. So it's a combination of these two subjects. So as we moving further, or in our future lectures, so I also discuss some basic concept about the theory of computation and the remaining part of the compiler design, which is a basic, or you can say compiler is an extension of the principle of programming language subject. Okay, so if we in this lecture I just discussed about what is the basic of a compiler, or what to study in a compiler design. Okay, or why we study this compiler design. Okay, so as the name suggests, that is a compiler. In general language, I can say that compiler translate one programming language into another, and one programming language which is in higher level language, and into another representation which is a low programming language. Okay, which is a machine language, which computer can easily understand, or which can be in a binary form. Okay, as we know that the computer system only understand the binary 0 or in 1 form. So the compiler, as we have written a C program, for example, as we have written a program in C, which are English like language, but if we without compiling this program, can computer can understand this that program 4 line or 5 line? No, it's a there is a medium, or there is a translator. You can say that that translator, which is known as a compiler, which this compiler converts high level language into low level language. Okay, this high level language is in just like English language, and this lower level language is a machine language. Okay, machine language, which is or in the 0 or 1 form, which is in the 0 or 1 form. Okay, so without what if I am talking about this level of language, then first of all, before moving detail in compiler, first of all discuss in brief that how many type of programming language are there, or how many types of level of programming language are there. Okay, as we know that if a computer system which consists of a hardware, it directly deals with machine language. Okay, it directly deals with machine language. This machine language is made up of series of binary numbers, made up of binary patterns, or you can say which is in the 0 or in 1. Okay, second point is that this machine language are executable. Executable means that they can directly run on the system without any conversion. Means so this machine language are executable. But third point is that it can be difficult for the human beings to understand, because it is in the 0 or in 1 form, and it directly deal with the hardware component of the system. Okay, after this machine language, the next type of level of language is assembly language. Assembly language. It does not directly deal with the hardware component of a system. It through this machine language, Okay, means this assembly language first of all converts into machine language by a means of a translator which is known as a assembler. Okay, so there is a translator assembler which translates the high level language into a machine language. Okay, so it converts high level language into machine language. Machine language, or you can say it's convert low level language to machine language. Okay, and it represent an effort to make a programming easier for human being also. And the next point is that in the assembly language we replace some or we code some with the help of some mnemonic abbreviations. Okay, by some mnemonic abbreviations like add, move. Okay, so these are some mnemonic abbreviations, and it is more like that they can easily understand by the human beings. Okay, after this assembly language, the next level of language is high level language. Okay, this high level language, just like C, C++, Java, JavaScript, Python, PHP, and many more examples which are advanced language, they all are in high level language. Okay, so it's make easier for the programmer to think about this programming language. Okay, and it also requires some translator which converts the machine language, convert this high level language into a machine language. Okay, so there are two type of translator which converts the high level language into machine language. The first one is compiler. Okay, and another translator is interpreter. Okay, so these two translators are used to compile or used to translate this high level language into a machine language or into a low level language. So what's the basic difference between this compiler and interpreter? So the main difference between a compiler and the interpreter is that compiler translate the entire source program, before execution. Means that it display the error after the compiling the whole program. But whereas an interpreter, it translate the source code. It translate the source code line by line, one line at a time. Means it display the error after interpreter or after translate one line of code and display the error. For example, for the compiler example is C++, Java, and so on, and many more examples are there. An interpreter like Python. Okay, so this is a basic difference between the compiler and interpreter, and these two translators compile or translate the one programming language into another programming language, or we can say that it translates the high level language into a low level language. So this is the basic level of programming language, that one is machine, then assembly, and this next one is higher level language. So in this subject we only consider about these two steps, means how we translate the high level language into a machine language, and this machine language, with the help of an assembler, it converts into a machine language. Okay, so now we start that how this compiler, assembler, or translator works. So these 3 points comes under the heading of translator. So there are 3 type of translator. Okay, one is interpreter, second one is assembler, and third one is compiler. Okay, as we already discussed some basic things about these 3 translator. So in case of an interpreter, it converts high level language into a low level language. Okay, the working of assembler can be explained like this, that it converts assembly language into a machine code. Okay, and last one is your compiler. that it converts source code into a target code, which is in high level and which is in low level. Okay, these are some basic difference. Okay, now if we talk about some history of a compiler, that from where the compiler comes, then I can say that John Bakers in 1954 proposed a program. He first one who proposed a program that translate the high level language into a native machine code. Native machine code, and it is with this John Bakers in 1954 developed the first compiler, which is known as a Fortran 1 project. Okay, and by the IBM company. So this Fortran 1 project is the first compiler which was a huge which has a huge impact on the programming language and the computer science, because the development time was cut down to half by the help of this Fortran 1 project. But nowadays we are using different type of compiler, and all the modern compiler preserve the basic structure of this Fortran 1 compiler. Okay, means that all the today we are using those different compiler. They are also using the basic structure of this Fortran 1 project compiler, which was developed by John Bakers by the help of IBM. Okay, so there is some different concept, or you can say there is a diagram which through which you can understand that how the compiler works and why we use a compiler for how we convert the high level language into a machine language. Okay, so as we know that in the compiler we have some target source code which converts into a target code. So the abstraction which are used in the source code are which are used in the source code are, or we can say in high level language we use some program in high level language we use some variables, okay, some operators, some expressions, and many more things. Means with the help of these abstraction like variables, operator, expression, which is in high level language, we design a code, we design a source code, and with this compiler we convert into, means which are abstraction in target code, which is in low level language. Means the abstraction in the targeted code or in the low level language are memory, we use memory, we use registers, we use stack, we use some addressing mode. The most popular addressing mode is 3 address code. Okay, so these are some abstraction which is used in high level, which are used by developer, whether they are in they do program in C, C++, Java, which is all are high level language. And for the compiler, it has to be convert this targeted code, which is in low level language, with the help of a memory, register, stack, addressing mode, and many things. So this whole gap is filled by the compiler. So this compiler works in step by step in 6 steps, which we are discussed later on. So this gap is filled by the compiler, and this gap also depends on the language we are using for the source code. But the main concept of using a compiler is that we have to fill this gap step by step, which these steps contain 6 phases or 6 steps. So this is the main concept of a compiler. And in our next video or in the future video, we will discuss all these 6 phases or 6 steps later on, one by one. Okay, I hope you understand the basic concept of a compiler, or how many types of a translator are there, or what are the history of a compiler. In my see my next video for more about compiler. Thanks for watching.